Alright, so when you're brushing your waves, you got two different kinds of angles. And I'm gonna explain both of them to you. Roll the intro. Yeah. Yo, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, what's up? Baby, barbershop, back again. So now you got two different kinds of angles. You got your macro angles, or your sides. You got your micro angles, or where the sides meet at. Simple terms, right? Why are both angles important? So macro angles like this here, these are like the biggest surface areas. These are the big surface areas of your pattern. These are areas you want to focus on when you're trying to get a lot of progress, get a lot of brush work in. These are your sides. And these areas, you usually brush these in a horizontal motion. Versus the micro angles where the sides will meet at. Those will be the angles that you most likely vertical brush those angles in. Alright, so I just explained it. So macro angles, bigger sides, covers more area. The thing is, with macro angles, you have a shorter brush session, because you're brushing more areas at one time, more angles, more bigger surface size. But the problem is that you're not really precise on brushing two angles at one time. Let's say here, see this side flows different from this side. Well, if I decide to brush macro angle, I'm gonna hit them both at the same time. But I don't want to brush both of these at the same time because what's gonna happen is it's gonna cause a fork in my pattern if I do that. So I gotta be more precise. So instead of treating this as a whole macro angle, I'm gonna use this motion and try to treat it more as a micro angle. So I can hit the angles at a better, more precise way instead of hitting it at one time. Now micro angles, you have more precise brushing. Only problem is you have a longer brush session. But I feel you have more efficient brush session when you hit micro angles because you're more precise with your angles and you won't be brushing in a wrong type of motion. Now, once you focus on the angles more, good question. You want to focus more on your macro angles at times when you're first starting, when you're getting into the wave game, when you're first starting to develop your pattern, like your very first few months or weeks when you get into wave game and your pattern's not really set yet, you're gonna brush more of your macro angles first. At this point, you just focus on, then you have to lay down. That's all you're doing. You gotta lay down, that's it. So focus on macro angles, hit as much size as possible as you want. Just get your head to lay down, that's it. Now, when you should use your micro angles more? You should use it more, like me, my pattern's really a little more set. My pattern's already set. So I use my micro angles more because I'm trying to hit sides at a more efficient rate. I'm trying to hit certain spots that I can't reach with a macro angle, or at least reach correctly. I'm trying to work more on my connections, more on where the angles meet up. Like see the side here? These two sides, but I can't brush them at the same time because they both go in different directions. So I got focus micro angle over here, so I won't brush it in the wrong direction. And also, if you're trying to get like a little spot, or maybe attack a fork, your micro angle is a little bit more efficient. Now, which one is better? I say both are pretty good, both have their advantages. But you have to watch my next video to show you how to attack these angles. On that note, you already know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your peoples. And I'm gonna see you next video.